I support you as a veteran of the United States Navy serving through Desert Shield, Desert Storm. As a supporter of Occupy and any other endeavor offering hope and promise of positive real change for all of us, not just the 1% of us. As a fellow citizen, right now, we are living with a failed government, therefore a failing nation. I stand against tyranny, the police state, and the betrayal of Congress in concert with the corporations that robbed us of our once great nation. As a veteran, I took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution against enemies both foreign and domestic. I realize there are problems with our country from a domestic enemy. We have realized this for some time now. Like you, I've wondered what I could do to help effect positive change. Like you, I've wondered how we get our country back. The largest problems are clear. We become conditioned to trust authority and officials, military and policemen, those holding public offices. Our Congress has bullied our school system through constantly removing their funding, reducing our level of education, and therefore raising future generations in ignorance instead of understanding. We've had trust beaten into us by a government that is untrustworthy. Do we have a response to the betrayal of those we're taught to trust? The cognitive dissonance cripples many of us. They never taught us how to confront Congress when they fail us. Trust lost through blatant action is destroyed and must be re-earned. We must take back power from our elected officials. They work for us. They have betrayed our trust for too long. For too long, they have not served our best interests. We will not give them our trust blindly again. Class warfare and political partisan party propaganda keeps us divided into small enough numbers fighting one another, preventing any real change from happening. It's the standard divide and conquer strategy employed by all would-be dictatorships. Those who instigate the fighting through corporate-controlled media laugh while we continue fighting one another instead of them. When will we as a people, as a society, as a nation, wake up and realize this and stop the infighting? Now is not the time for bickering between ourselves. Now is not the time for focusing on our differences. Now is the time for putting differences aside. Now is the time for finding our common ground, accepting one another, and working on commonality and a positive change for all. Without such self-control, we will never, as a people, as a nation, achieve a collective voice to roar above the cacophony of the wealthy and the elite, hell-bent on destroying our way of life. They are greed-driven, and their actions gutted our national stability. They are the reason we now struggle for basic existence. Through the poverty they have created by throwing us into another recession, by destroying the middle class, and in their refusal to bring any perpetrators to justice, they betrayed us. The fat cats of the status quo got richer while we, as a nation, became poorer and struggled even more than ever before in our history. While career politicians become millionaires through big money, through lobbyists, the people they supposedly serve suffer. You say you want change? You say you want a brighter tomorrow? You say you want a better world for our children and our children's children? Then I propose we all find ways of accepting one another, helping one another, and standing in solidarity with one another to force Congress to create that better future we all want and all need. It is time to take their game away from them and start playing it by our rules. It is time for us to eliminate class and party warfare through self-control and conscious choice. It is time to unite. It is time to take our focused attention off one another and collectively focus our attention upon the very officials refusing to remember they work for us, not corporations and big money. This is a turning point in our history. Do we need another 9/11 to band us together? Is the rape of our constitutional rights and the devastation of our economy not enough reason? What will we choose? Are we together in setting our focus on Congress, bankers, and corporations manipulating the status quo? Do not allow the distractions that corporate-controlled media uses. You know the truth. Go forth and educate. Expose the lies. Shine light on the realities. Bring what you learned here to all we meet. Do your part to set this country back on the right track, toward freedom, toward justice, towards the true American way.